The year was 1914. Inside a cramped dressing room at Mack Sennett's Keystone Studios in Edendale, now Echo Park, Los Angeles, Charlie Chaplin was hurriedly told to put on a funny makeup for a slapstick short called Mabel's Strange Predicament. It was a moment of pure improvisation. Reaching into the studio wardrobe, Chaplin threw together a costume: baggy pants, tight coat, small derby hat, oversized shoes, and a tiny toothbrush mustache. What emerged was the Little Tramp, an almost accidental creation that would become cinema's most iconic character. As Chaplin stood in that studio on Glendale Boulevard, something larger was unfolding. The planets had been aligning for 25 years, writing a soul contract that would make him the first global movie star. What Chaplin couldn't have known then was that he wasn't just stepping into a costume. He was stepping into his cosmic purpose. Charlie's earliest memories were of hunger, fear, and of a mother slowly losing her mind. His alcoholic father had abandoned them, leaving young Charlie to fend for himself on London's merciless streets. By age 7, he was performing on stage just to put food on the table. Most children would have been crushed by such hardship, but Charlie possessed something different: a Scorpio ascendant that gave him an almost supernatural ability to transform suffering into strength. Your ascendant, or rising sign, is the mask you wear to the world and how you approach life's challenges. Scorpio. Rising people are born with an intense magnetic quality and an instinctive understanding of life's darker truths. They're ruled by Mars and Pluto, planets of war and transformation, which explains why Charlie could take the brutal realities of poverty and turn them into something beautiful. Even more powerful was his moon in Scorpio, sitting right on that ascendant. The moon represents your emotional nature and deepest needs. In Scorpio, it created someone who felt emotions with devastating intensity, but could channel that pain into profound artistic expression. This wasn't just talent, it was cosmic destiny. His life path number was 7, calculated from his birth date and revealing his soul's primary purpose. People with this number are destined to become deep observers of human nature, seeking universal truths through solitude and introspection. Every moment of Charlie's childhood suffering was teaching him lessons he would later share with the world. While Charlie's Scorpio energy gave him emotional depth, his sun in Aries provided the fuel for his meteoric rise. The sun represents your core identity and life purpose, and Aries is the zodiac's pioneer, the sign that charges ahead where others fear to tread. This fiery combination explains why Charlie didn't just want to perform, he wanted to revolutionize entertainment itself. His sun sat in the 6th house, the area of work and service. This placement creates people who find their identity through their craft and who serve others through their dedication. Charlie's legendary perfectionism, his habit of shooting scenes dozens of times until every gesture was perfect, came directly from this cosmic combination. But there was more. His Mercury, the planet of communication and quick thinking, was also in Aries, positioned in the 5th house of creativity. Mercury in Aries creates lightning-fast mental reflexes and innovative communication skills, things that he would need in a career of comedy. In the 5th house, this translated into genius-level creative expression. This gave Charlie the ability to improvise comedy gold in seconds, where his mind moved so fast that other actors struggled to keep up. By 1913, Charlie had caught the attention of Hollywood talent scouts. His numerological first life cycle, governed by the number 4, was pushing him toward discipline, hard work, and building solid foundations. In numerology, life cycles are long-term periods determined by your birth date that shape the spiritual themes of each major life stage: foundation, expansion, and legacy. The number 4 represents structure and perseverance, and Charlie embodied these qualities as he honed his craft in vaudeville theaters across England. When he signed with Keystone Studios, cosmic forces were aligning perfectly. His yearly essence number for 1914 was 5, the number of freedom, change, and new beginnings. Essence numbers reflect the personal themes and internal growth focus of a specific year, derived from one's full name and current age. This fifth energy marked the exact moment when he would create the Tramp character and achieve international fame. But the real cosmic secret behind Charlie's success lay in his Venus and Mars conjunction in Taurus, both sitting in his seventh house. Venus represents love, beauty, and values. Mars governs action and desire. When these planets join forces in sensual, determined Taurus, they create someone who approaches both relationships and creativity with unwavering persistence and exquisite taste. The seventh house governs partnerships and how you relate to others, including your audience. This placement meant Charlie's art was always about connection between himself and his viewers, between comedy and tragedy, between the individual and society. The Tramp wasn't just a character, he was Charlie's way of forming an intimate relationship with millions of people simultaneously. It didn't hurt that his Venus in Taurus was exalted. It sat in its home domicile, in his chart. Its energy amped up by being naturally comfortable in that house. On that fateful day in 1914, when Charlie first put on the Tramp costume, he was channeling decades of cosmic preparation. His Scorpio moon gave him access to the collective unconscious, the shared emotional experiences of humanity's outcasts and underdogs. His Aries sun provided the courage to express these truths boldly. His Taurus Mars and exalted Venus contributed the sensual, relatable humanity that made the Tramp lovable rather than pathetic. The character's signature walk, that distinctive waddle with turned-out feet, came from Charlie's Mars and Taurus. Mars governs physical movement. In earthy Taurus, it creates a grounded, deliberate physicality. The Tramp's resilience in the face of constant humiliation reflected Charlie's Scorpio rising's ability to transform suffering into strength. His soul urge number 8 revealed his deepest desire, to lead and control. While other actors were content to follow directors' orders, Charlie demanded creative autonomy. This wasn't ego, it was cosmic destiny. The number 8 represents leadership, ambition, and the drive to build lasting empires. Success brought its own challenges. Charlie's Venus, while exalted, was retrograde in his chart, suggesting complications and unconventional experiences in relationships. This planetary pattern began manifesting as his fame grew. His personal life became tabloid fodder, with the press scrutinizing his marriages to much younger women and his political beliefs. His Saturn in Leo in the 9th house created additional pressure. Saturn represents life's hardest lessons, and in Leo, the sign of creative expression, it suggested that Charlie would face challenges around recognition and artistic freedom. Among other things, the 9th house governs philosophy and higher learning, indicating that Charlie would need to develop his own worldview and share it with others, regardless of the consequences. This cosmic influence drove Charlie to evolve from pure entertainer to social commentator. His later films like Modern Times and The Great Dictator reflected his growing political awareness and his sense of responsibility to use his platform for higher purposes. By the 1930s, Charlie's Uranus in Libra, in the 11th house, was fully activated. Uranus represents rebellion and revolutionary thinking. And in Libra, the sign of justice and fairness, he created a drive for social equality. One of the areas that the 11th house governs are humanitarian causes and social reform. This planetary influence explains Charlie's transformation from crowd pleaser to controversial figure. The Great Dictator was his cosmic response to fascism, channeling his Uranian energy into a bold political statement that many in Hollywood considered career suicide. Many thought that he'd just gone too far. His numerological cycles were perfectly aligned with this transformation. His second life cycle, ages 29 to 56, was governed by the number 4, emphasizing disciplined work and practical achievement. But within this structure, his yearly essence numbers showed periods of deep spiritual development, 7 humanitarian concerns, 9, and intuitive Inspiration, 11. While Chaplin never joined the Communist Party, his comments about capitalism and war rubbed the then conservative American establishment the wrong way. His refusal to become a U.S. citizen, despite decades of success, added fuel to the fire. To critics, it was arrogance. To astrologers, it was his soul urge number one's demand for independence at all costs. By 1952, Chaplin's cosmic blueprint collided with hard reality. As he traveled to London for the premiere of Limelight, U.S. immigration authorities revoked his re-entry permit. There were no formal charges, just suspicion and the silent exile of a legend. His exile wasn't purely political. A leftover bruising of his credibility was the messy 1944 paternity suit with actress Joan Barry, which damaged his reputation further. Though blood tests proved he wasn't the father, the court still ruled against him. He was ordered to pay child support. Combine that with his well-known preference for marrying teenage actresses, marrying Una O'Neill when she was 18 and he 54, caused the backlash to become cultural. Astrologically, Pluto and Neptune also both resided in his 7th house, suggesting intense illusions and power dynamics in relationships. Combined with his Mars and exalted retrograde Venus, these placements indicated soul-level lessons about illusion, love, control, and exposure. Despite the controversies, however, Charlie's cosmic blueprint never stopped driving him toward artistic perfection. His Mercury in harmonious aspect with Saturn gave him the ability to turn quick creative insights into structured, lasting art. His moon in Scorpio contributed the emotional depth that made his comedy profound, rather than merely funny. His filmmaking process was a direct expression of his cosmic nature. He would rehearse scenes endlessly, driven by his 6th house sun's need for perfection and his Taurus planet's appreciation for beauty and craftsmanship. He composed his own music, edited his own films, and controlled every aspect of production, fulfilling his soul urge number 8's drive for complete creative authority. What made Charlie Chaplin's art timeless was his cosmic function as a universal mirror. His Scorpio moon and ascendant gave him access to collective human emotions and experiences. His 7th house emphasis meant his art was always about relationship, reflecting back to audiences their own struggles, hopes, and dreams. His life path number 7, destiny to seek universal truths through observation, meant that his comedy revealed deeper truths about human nature. The Tramp became a symbol of human resilience because Charlie's cosmic blueprint allowed him to tap into the shared experience of struggle and transformation. Charlie's final life cycle, age 57 onward, ruled by the number 9, emphasized completion, forgiveness, and spiritual legacy. By the time of his death in 1977, he had become more than a performer. He was a mystic in baggy pants, whose every pratfall carried the weight of cosmic purpose. His was a divine comedy, written in the numbers and planets and played out on the global stage.
Be a doll. Hit like, say something clever, and subscribe. And if you got the taste and coin, the description box is waiting.